I'm Vern Steele, I'm the Operations Manager here at Trobe Wildlife Sanctuary. The Wurundjeri people are traditional custodians of this land, and there's evidence of their pre-European settlement utilisation of this land, scar trees and other artefacts.
The Wildlife Sanctuary is around about 30 hectares of river red gum grassy woodland. Obviously the dominant species there is river red gums.
The sanctuary's grown from a smaller parcel of land to its existing 30 hectares over time. It was established at the same time that the university was established.
So we're coming up to our 50th year of the university, but also the Wildlife Sanctuary's existence. And what they were doing was they were creating a space for the filtration and retardation of stormwater runoff from the surrounding areas, because the university was built on floodplains of Darebin Creek. In the early 70s, the technology around fences wasn't that great. So we created a fence around the Wildlife Sanctuary to protect the animals on the inside. But it wasn't what we call predator proof.
We've just reached a really important milestone in terms of the sanctuary in that we've completed a predator proof fence.
So now the whole 2.2 kilometres is of a high standard fence, impermeable to alien predator fauna. Concurrent with the completion of that, there is a program to eliminate the last of the foxes.
And that'll enable us to start some reintroduction biology.
It's been preserved as a representative of local river red gum grassy woodland from a conservation perspective.
The basic principles that we're trying to follow are capturing components of ecosystems essentially, especially those that are threatened by Melbourne's development. Biodiversity, of course, is to have that diversity of life, so for plants in particular. And it's also about capturing that habitat, so these plants are for habitat essentially. They have another feature in that they make these plants accessible to general public as well, so that they don't have this air of mystery about them.
And we do this with a trusty core of volunteers and some skilled casuals that support the land management and bush regeneration effort. And while we're doing that, we're doing other smaller tasks, like we'll tackle litter, we'll move woody debris if there's been limbs that have fallen, so we'll add to the habitat complexity.
Well, this is one of the plants that has recently been collected from King Lakes, but there's even like some rarer species, so we're known for having certain species that you can't actually source anywhere else.
We've got millions of animals, right down to the little tiny invertebrates, right up to sort of the human-sized animals like the eastern grey kangaroos. The Wildlife Sanctuary is open from 10 till 3 every day except Saturday. We run a range of different sort of tour experiences, either day tours or night tours. The twilight tours we run once a month on a Wednesday. So another way you can engage with us is by jumping on the Wildlife Sanctuary Facebook page and learning more about the events and the sorts of things that are happening here as well.
The Wildlife Sanctuary is the outdoor laboratory of La Trobe University. It really supports the undergraduates by giving them practical experience so that they're really employable when they leave with a degree. Obviously the biological science students such as zoology and biology, but certainly archaeology students, engineering students and education students use our facility quite a lot. But also we run a really strong volunteer program for existing undergraduates, for them to be custodians for particular projects. The main game is actually the sanctuary, outdoors obviously, but we have really good front of house facilities in terms of a learning centre and a visitor centre.
We actually have a retail outlet. A lot of people come to us from the local area, so we're trying to promote this idea that using local Indigenous plants can actually be used in a whole heap of different interesting ways.
So there's several ways that volunteers can get involved at the sanctuary. If you're a La Trobe University student, you can sign up via our website. If you're a high school student, you can come in through work experience. And in terms of local community members, that's just basically getting in contact with us and signing up that way. And then the Conservation Volunteers Australia program, you go to their website and sign up through their process, and they come out 2 times a week to do stuff in the bush.